No, Breakdown. Only I am listening to you.
What's up, YouTube land? Next up, in Wave 2 of the Stunticons, is the paranoid one, known as Breakdown. So, here is the packaging. He is staring forward. He's not even looking at the camera. God damn you, Breakdown. Are you that paranoid? That even the camera? It's just a camera. Obviously, you've got your standard packaging with the collector's card instead of the comic. A nice picture of Breakdown. Nice? We've got a nice picture of Breakdown back there. With the hand-foot gun apparently on his back. At least that's what it looks like. Obviously the toy here. Now, Breakdown, look at the camera. Apparently he still doesn't want to look at the camera. Obviously combined to form Menasor. And some obligatory product shots. Because why not? We need obligatory product shots. Obviously there are things about the other Stunticons and Menasor. He forms the right leg, traditionally. Paranoid scout who always thinks he's being watched. And 12 steps. So, I'm gonna get him out of the package. Yay! So here's Breakdown, open up and out of his packaging, in his Lamborghini mode. And here's everything you get in the box. The collector's card. Obligatory collector's card. The hand-foot gun, which is a weird one, because they remolded this in a different color of purple than this. Which, this is the same color as the rest of the hand-feet guns, but it's just strange. Although it's pretty cool that they molded in an engine block. Just some big cannon. His weapon, which is a sword, which is very nice. Also, it's a gun! That's pretty cool. And the instructions. So, get those out of the way. Here is Breakdown. And he is an off-white Lamborghini Gallardo, which is really cool. And he can actually roll well because he's high enough off the ground. You got your spoiler back here. 15 racing, whatever that means. He is definitely G1 Breakdown. Even down to the looking like Sideswipe gimmick, or I guess Red Alert. Nice Decepticon insignia right there, along with the thing of red that's so naturally Breakdown. And the silver on the headlights. Nice silver wheels. I'm glad they decided to paint them all so I don't have to, except Motormaster didn't get. Never mind. And here's the back where the combiner peg goes, and on the bottom, yeah, you can see his hands and other stuff. But let's go to foot mode, arm mode, robot mode. So foot mode is exactly what you think it is. Just flip down this panel, which is not completely pegged in. There we go. Flip it down. Flip that down. And we finally get a purple combiner peg. Because the Decepticons are purple. And there's your foot. Or there's your foot. And you have a knee bend. You have, oh, that's tight. Twist. And yeah, I'd probably keep him as a leg like that. I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't put Menasor together yet, but I will. And to go to arm mode, it's like 2 steps. Fold down the combiner peg. Fold out his legs. And peg his legs together. Well, his legs are already pegged together, but There's an arm. Yay, arm. I'm gonna go backwards a bit. He's got an elbow. He's got rockin' sideways, what's that thing Theo always says? Oh yeah. Sideways elbow action! He's got some of that, definitely. He's got ratcheting here, ratcheting there. So, yeah, it's not a horrible arm. You could definitely do this if you wanted some natural and yet still really weird elbow action. Or you could do that. He can give you a bro fist while killing you. But nevertheless, let's go to the robot mode. So fold down the combiner peg, split the legs, fold down the feet, something happens outside. The hips are a really weird system we'll talk about in a minute. And flip down the back spoiler as heel spurs. Fold out the arms, one joint, and then extend them completely. So they're there. Come to the back and take this panel down, which will take down the head, and this seems to be the hardest part of the transformation. You have to get that slot onto that peg. I don't know why this is so hard. Like, seriously, it doesn't want to reach. I have no idea why. It's done this before. I've transformed them at least once. Meh. It's supposed to go like that. Or maybe not, I don't know. Because he's not supposed to go like that, I think. Oh, also, these two pegs will tab in right in there. And oh yeah, and bring up these right there to fill out his neck line, which is very cool. And there is your breakdown for 2015 in his robot mode. And he's neat. I'll give him that. He's a bit odd, but he is neat. So let's come to the head. Classic breakdown. Red head. Red face. Wish my camera could zoom in better, but oh well. And again, he has just the backpack of car kibble. The hips. These hips. They have the rocking system. They're ball joints, but they're like intertwined on some kind of interlocking system there. So when one panel moves, both of them move. Or, well, they come into contact with each other and can't move farther than. So, yeah. I really don't know where I'm going with this. It's just odd. It's just really odd. I don't know why they did this hip system. Overall, he's definitely a breakdown. I mean, if you look at the card, he's, yeah, he looks similar to the card. Definitely screaming, definitely the face. And the chest panel somewhat. Although, I'm glad he doesn't have a Decepticon insignia on his crotch. I don't much care. This is part of the video where my tongue stops working. I don't much care for a Deceptigroin. I don't really want to look at the robot's crotch, but Decepticon symbol, just small, just right there. Just all that it needs to be. Posability, his head is on a ball joint, so he can get all around. And there's not a... He can look up slightly. He can look off in the dim distance. Look down on his own life. Hey, the breakdown puns write themselves. Shoulders on a ball joint. You don't want to pull because you'll unlodge this system here. He does have double jointed elbows for transformation. I believe it looks like one of the top one's ratcheted, but it's a very faint ratchet if it's there. Nothing at the bicep, nothing at the wrist. He does have a waist joint, which is surprising. Well, it shouldn't be surprising, but I hadn't tested that yet. Hips are on a ball joint, and he's got the G1 dead end leg system where you slide it up, and it, like this thing. That's classic G1. He has a knee bend, although it exposes his hollow shins. And he actually has a foot joint and a heel joint. So, do with that what you will, YouTube. Boy, I am quite behind on these Combiner Wars reviews, but oh well. And he can hold his sword. He can hold a sword. It may be his. Or he can hold the gun, which looks pretty cool. I'll give him sword for now, because the Stunticons, in my opinion, are melee users now. Oh god. Oh god.
Help me!
Dead end. Oh, I'm sorry, Breakdown. I just called you dead end. That joke was almost there. I think he's a crab now, but he can hold his foot gun hand, and also there is a peg right here for weapon storage, so you can recreate the picture on the back of the book, or at least the front of the back of the box. What am I saying? That's Breakdown in a nutshell, and he is definitely a good one. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Yay!